spending time with her husband, friends, family, including her 12 grandchildren. In her spare time, she connects and celebrates with the women involved in motorsports, taking you behind the wall about their journey of life, racing, and how they juggle everything to make it all work. Welcome to Racing Girls Rock Podcast. Strap in, window nets up, the pedals are down, and when the green flag drops, we go.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to get started right away. We have 20 minutes that I can record this on my phone.
Okay, let's go.
All right. This is Melinda Russell with the International Women's Motorsports Association, and I'm here tonight with a very special group of ladies. And I'm going to start with Karen, my friend Karen, who's going to give us a little bit of information about what these ladies do, and then we're going to find out a lot more about them and the club they're in. So, Karen, give us a little background on what you're doing.
Hi, Melinda. We are just so happy to be here and be part of your nation. I mean, you just inspired all of us, and we're here with the Carolina Corvettes. We're a long existing club that has just always been supportive of women, either as the wives of other drivers that actually had the cars, or had their own cars, or became interested in racing and driving just because of being in the club. So we're just excited to be here. I'm a relatively new member in that I've only been here about maybe 8 to 10 years. However, I have with me another member who has been here a longer amount of time, but more so than anything, she knows a good bit about the history. I'm going to let her explain all that.
All right, sounds good.
This is Debbie Haskell, and I've been a member of Carolina Corvette since 1997, and just have really enjoyed this organization. I've multiple offices here. I'm also involved on the national scene where our club is part of the National Council of Corvette Clubs, and we have over 18,000 members through various clubs all over the country. And I have just thoroughly enjoyed learning how to drive my car. I currently have a 2017 Grand Sport that I love, and we're racing it as well as another car that we have. And this club is open to anyone who wants to participate in any function, whether it's organizing a party or participating in an autocross or, going to a driving school, things like that. But it's certainly open to and encouraging to other women to participate.
So that's awesome, and it's for both men and women. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely.
So
Okay.
where in the Corvette Club in arena, they do separate that, and women will drive and for a certain category, and men will drive for a certain category. And I've been participating this year and last year in the Optima Search for the Ultimate Street Car, and we all participate together. So I found that to be really interesting. As to, whether they do women and men separately or together. And what we have all found out is the car doesn't know. So we've had a good time with that, but either way, it just makes you want to be better than you are currently. I'm going to let you talk. We have two Anns, and we're going to start with Ann Wormuth, and she's going to tell you a little more about our philanthropies and also what it's like to be a new drag racer.
Oh, awesome. Welcome, Ann.
Hi, thank you very much. Yeah, Karen said, let's plan an event because we like to do fun things. And she said, how about if we ladies learn how to drag race? How many of you ever done drag racing? And several of us did not raise our hands. So anyway, I went out and first time I ever did it. And I do enjoy driving at speed. But anyway, I'd never done any other kind of racing. And so Karen gave us some instruction, and we went out, and I'm now bitten by the bug. I'm all set to go drag racing again. Another thing that our club is doing is philanthropic. So, for instance, a town near here, the fire department needed something, and so we organized a car show down in an antique shop in Belton, South Carolina, and our Corvette Club came. About 12 members came with their cars, and we spent the day and raised money for the fire department. So that's about all for me. We do rides. We are in the Christmas parade here in Malden, South Carolina every year. Have been doing that for years. And we just have a wonderful time. And, you come for the cars, but you stay for the people.
Oh, that's true of any kind of racing, isn't it? It's not always about the cars or the drag racing. It's about the friends and the people we meet. So
You're absolutely correct.
We also have Ann here. She's going to introduce herself and also tell you a little about that we all start doing this for different reasons.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Ann Busselon. My husband is Mike, and we joined the club in January of 2018. And we bought our first Corvette in November of 2017. And we had a life-changing event in October. We lost our daughter in a horrible car accident. And I'm sorry.
It's okay.
About an autocross the next month. And said we needed to get out and do things. So we did. And I had to because my husband paid for both everything in one check. And I had to mail it.
Yeah.
And I was there, and our friends weren't able to go because of something else that had happened here, so they weren't able to be with us. And we met a new club in Tennessee, which we already love Tennessee anyway, and the people there are just so welcoming, and so we just had a ball. I was terrified. Yeah. I was scared to death. We driven the car 4 times when I had to drive it on an autocross and not knowing a thing about what I was expected to do or anything. And I think I knocked about maybe 10 seconds off of my time by the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I was happy with that. And we've tried to go back twice more this summer, but the weather's been bad.
But now she's also a new drag racer because she's liking the drag racing because she's like, oh, there's no cones.
Yeah.
So, Ann, I just want to commend you for sharing your story about your daughter. I know how hard that is. I lost my son in November to suicide. So losing a child is difficult, but what a wonderful way that you're honoring your daughter by sharing her story and getting involved with, I know, what are a group of wonderful ladies as well as men. So you keep working hard and you keep sharing about your daughter with those people.
Thank you. They're a great group, and I'm honored to be part of their group.
Well, she's also, she and her husband both are helping with a teen safety driving program, and I believe that's really going to reach a lot of people. And we, as a club, they just had to mention it, and we rallied around them, and now we're supporting financially and also with help at the event. So, you know, we're not limited. We love the cars and we love the people, but we also are open to different and new things, and that's what keeps our club alive, I believe.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, for sure.
Now, we also have one more member real quickly, and she said, I don't want to say anything, but I'm going to let her introduce herself because this is how we bring new people in. They were members a long time ago, but now she's a new member again, and she's going to, we'll find a spot for her. She may not even have to find a spot. We'll find a spot for her, but I want to let her introduce herself.
I'm Ashley Shaw, and my husband's Phil Shaw, and we started the club and became members this year. And this is my second meeting, but everybody is so welcoming, and I'm very excited.
So see, we
That's
had her
awesome.
speaking.
So I'm gonna make you talk just a little bit more since I heard her say you don't want to talk.
There
So
you go.
What has been your inspiration? If you belonged to the club years ago, you said, and then now you're back. What is it that brought you back? What's your inspiration to race?
My husband was the one that was in it before. This is my very first car club.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and he got out of it for reasons unknown. And when I met him, me and him bought a Corvette together.
Yeah.
And when we got the Corvette together, I instantly fell in love with this car. And he said, well, if you like the car, you're going to love the club.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's awesome. So now you've reached out and you've met a whole new group of friends, and that's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. So
we're going to take a picture tonight and send to you also.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
We're going to take a picture tonight and send to you so you can see who we are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I want to do some things in the magazine as well about what you're doing. So what are some things, now I know you did for the fire department and that, can you tell me some other things that you've done that your club that they've accomplished or that they're proud of that we could share with our listeners? Maybe it'll give somebody else an idea.
Okay, so one of our members is also on the board for the Ronald McDonald House. And, you know, that's the charity here locally that houses the parents of children that maybe are in the hospital with the Children's Miracle Network. And so we go over and sometimes we just have car shows or we'll make up money to donate. And then we have helped build another wing onto the house as the donors. We've also go and bake cookies for today. We may do, I know my family went over and did the 4th of July hot dog supper. And so, you know, we just want to reach out into the community and let them know that we're not just a bunch of people out revving their engines on the street. You know, we're there to help support. We've done the Ronnie Thames Foundation and the Changing Children's Lives that have been forever changed by fire. We've also given to a lot of local legal aid for children that need representation in court. So, you know, it's just and each year, whatever we make from a lot of our proceeds go to different organizations, and the people can come and speak to our club and put in applications, and then we divvy the money up at the end of the year so that we reach as many places as possible. We've also donated to United Way as well.
Okay. So it's not just about the cars, obviously. I think you're more about your community, and the cars is the excuse to get together. So that's amazing. So let's go around the circle again, and let's start with Karen, whoever sat next to you or who was first. I want to know when you approach the staging area, what is going through your mind?
Oh, mercy. To not redline. That is the main.
Okay.
That is the main thing. You've got to really get your feet and your hands and your brain working at the same time, and just pay attention, and then just hit it hard and go as fast as you can down the straightaway there. But it is something I haven't done very much of until this year with Karen, and I love it. I mean, I'm an autocross girl, and but I do like going straight too.
One of the things that's so fun, we gave our local drag strip, Greer Dragway, yay! They are so good, and they did an actual little class seminar for us to begin with. They took a wheel and actually rolled it in and showed us how to stage, things like that. So we've never been. Some of these drivers had never done this before. But one of the other drivers told us, she said, when you see the lights come down, say, I love, and go on you. Don't wait till you see green, you know. And I thought it was really cute because all the women understand, I love you. So
exactly.
They taught them to go, I love, and go on you. And, you know, all the NHRA people say, go on yellow, you know, don't go, mellow yellow, go on yellow, not on green. Well, we go, I love you. And I think for your group of listeners, because you always make all of us feel so loved, that I love you is the way that we're going to start all of our races. So, and then Ann is going to tell you a little, probably, are you going to ask her a question about maybe drag racing?
No, go ahead. If you've got something, you guys go ahead.
Okay. I started out, turned out I did the drag racing. Our Corvette was not working, so I did it in a Solera. And Ann, who's sitting next to me, had her, what year's your Corvette?
It's 98.
It's a 98. So, of course, we started out, and I didn't know about the I love you, so I'm watching the lights. I'm very nervous. The helmet's on. I'm thinking, oh, my gosh. And there's no way the two of our cars could interact. And so the minute the light went, I gunned it, and Ann gunned it in her Corvette, and I looked way ahead, and she's, like, already done, and I'm only halfway up the track, and I'm maybe doing 60. I was a little disappointed. But with Karen giving me some tips, I improved my time. By the fourth time, I was pretty good about that. You know, I could do both feet and whatever. So I just had a wonderful time. And it's, again, like we said, it's a camaraderie. And you're really racing against, for me, I was racing against myself, knowing in a Solera you're never going to beat a Corvette. So, but we just had fun.
And that means so much more to hear that you're out there to have fun. I love what your group is all about. And you know, it's one thing to take things seriously. I know you do because you have a lot of money wrapped up in your cars. But yet again, if it stops being fun, then you're probably not going to do it anymore because that's really what keeps you coming back.
Right. Well, and one of the members has a really fully equipped garage, and so if some member has a problem with their car, they just call this person and say, hey, can you help me out? And we've all done that with working on cars and tips with things. We also do safety tips. We've got a website that we put things on. And,
we're also, we take one idea and put it into another. And so even with our local Greer Dragway and how wonderful they are, we also went to ZMAX Dragway, which is an hour and a half from here. And we asked them with their regular Drag Wars program over the summer, have they ever thought of having just a ladies event and or a ladies category? And guess what? They said yes. And we went and we bracket raced for the first time and never had done that before. And so especially Ann here, she was like, "You mean I won?" I said, "Yeah, you won." She said, "But the other one got there first." So see, I mean, we were trying to learn what our times, our breakout was going to be, you know, all that kind of stuff. And we were learning, but we had the best time, and it was just, but guess what? We also made history because we were the first to ever have ZMAX offer us the ladies category. So for the 4Y, we were just thrilled.
So you're making strides, and what I usually say is you're pioneers because you're leading the way for others behind you, not only at that track, but probably a lot of other tracks as well. So we have about 3 minutes, and so I just want to give you a chance to share your website or anything that you would want the listeners to know about you ladies and your club.
Okay. Well, first of all, our website is
www.carolina-corvettes.com.
Okay. And also, I'm a chaplain for the Racers for Christ program, and we're just thankful to be able to help out with them some too. Being a chaplain, I think, helps with our group, and whenever we have an issue with family members, things like that. So we're that close knit. And then the other thing is that we're all NCCC members because of our membership, and also support the Corvette Museum.
Okay.
And as part of the National Council of Corvette Clubs, through our club and the National Council, we are a very big supporter of St. Jude. Yes.
Okay, so you guys, I can't believe, how many members do you have in your club?
We're about 40.
Wow. You guys do a lot of things with only 40 members. I'm impressed.
Well, thank you. And we had 5 new ones tonight. They didn't even know we were going to be doing this, so we were just thrilled that they were here. And we said, "Excuse us, but we're all Hollywood now. You know, we're going to be on a podcast, so you make us feel special."
Oh, that's Karen. You've been so kind to me. Ever since I started the IWMA, you were one of the first people that reached out, and you've been such a support to me. So I appreciate it so much. I'll just say I'll be in touch with you soon. I think we should do a nice article in the magazine about you guys, especially about all the fundraising and things you do to help other people, because I think that's something that other clubs and other tracks and people could really get some inspiration from. So, ladies, unless you have something else you want to share, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll wrap this up.
We're going to let our quiet one over here say bye.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate having these ladies on the podcast tonight, and I will soon have an article in the magazine about them so you can learn more about them. And so I'm going to say good night, and ladies, good night to you.
Night.
Night.
Thank you for listening to Racing Girls Rock Podcast. Follow us on Facebook at International Women's Motorsports Association or on Instagram and Twitter at the IWMA Nation. And if you know someone that should be on our show, drop us an email at iwmanation@gmail.com.